All right, everybody, and welcome to the Swiss Army Nerd Podcast. Except this is Sticky and Steve Sports Special. This is your host, John Stickard, and my co-host,
Stephen Cogram.
That's right. We're here, and he is... Oh, I almost said it. Never mind.
What?
I had something I was going to say, but it's not appropriate.
We're all professionals here.
We are. We're definitely...
So professional.
Definitely professional. So I should sound better. We fixed the sound issue from last week. So that's good. Oh, we forgot to turn our sponsors away.
Oh yeah, shit.
They're not our sponsors.
The stuff on the table. There's not a sponsor.
They're not paying.
We're just alcoholics, all right. That's the only reason it's there.
That's great. For future interviewers, let's look up John Stickrod. We're recovering alcoholics that run podcasts and talk sports. All right, so yeah, this was NBA is pretty much taking over.
Yep.
NHL has its trade deadlines, which I'll be the first to admit I have no fucking idea how hockey works.
I have no clue. Like Freddie got into it like last year, and he'd come up. He's like, "Let's watch hockey," and I would humor him and watch it for a little bit, but like he'd be like, "Oh, that's icing," or "This is this," and this is. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No clue.
I know a goal.
I've seen the movie Goon like 5 times.
I've seen Mighty
It's a
Duck.
good movie.
Mighty Ducks. I've seen Mighty Ducks.
Good movies.
They're good. Mighty Ducks legit. The Bash Brothers. That's about as much as I know. Is there actually a duck team? Is that real?
The Anaheim
Anaheim Mighty Ducks?
Anaheim Ducks.
Ducks, not Mighty Ducks.
They're not mighty?
No.
If you're not going to be mighty...
And they don't have the duck symbol. It's just a giant D,
So they're
like
not.
a weird looking D with feathers. I don't know.
They're not the Mighty Ducks. That's
Look it up,
bullshit.
Tom, so you can see it.
Well, they're not the Mighty Ducks. If they're not wearing the Mighty Ducks outfit, they're not the Mighty
Our
Ducks.
can of sperm just showed up.
A can of sperm.
Some vanilla ice cream out there, man.
Yeah, that's because we put it out there.
Where?
Go find it. So what do we want to jump into first? You want to talk about your boy Stephen A? Because
Stephen
There.
A. Yeah.
you're a Skip guy, aren't you?
I am a 100% Skip guy.
Skip's
Love
the
Skip
worst kind of
Bayless.
person in the world.
Skip is the worst.
Well, actually, it goes Tom, then Skip.
Oh,
Well, it goes Neil, then Steve, then Skip.
oh. Well, Stephen A is getting a lot of flack because he constantly keeps making everything into a racist issue.
See, I like Stephen A. and I love watching First Take, but I've noticed it like every time he could turn whatever he wants into a
Anything.
racist
Why?
card. It's like, come on, dude.
Why is there more white on this mask than black? You
Yeah,
could make
it's,
that into
it's
a thing.
absolutely crazy. I love Stephen A, but yeah, he's just, I don't know what's going on, but literally the last like 2 months, everything he talks about turns into the race card.
He's listening to Booker T too much.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about wrestling later.
Yes. I don't know. He knows his stuff, but at the same time, I think he gets 1 point and then just screams it at the television.
Yeah.
And that's the show. I can't stand it. I can't stand Max Kellerman either. He was the one who didn't give McGregor a chance.
Yeah.
And I never forgave him for that.
I don't mind Kellerman. He's all right. I liked Stephen A. and Skip more, but I don't mind.
Well, you can't
Kellerman?
beat the original.
No.
You just can't.
Some of the things he does pisses me off, but then other things, it is what it is.
Yeah. But I guess since we're on NBA, your boy Lonzo Ball is back from injury.
Oh, yeah.
And he's successfully, you know what his biggest thing is this week? He told reporters who his top 5 favorite rappers are.
Yeah.
I don't care who. The point is that's why he's in the news right now. Not for his game or his play or anything.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm pretty sure they muzzled LeVar, though. I haven't heard anything.
He's not allowed. They're
Like-
not allowed to interview him in the Staples Center.
I haven't, other than the Kevin Hart thing where he gets in the bathtub with him, I haven't seen anything of him, which is kind of nice.
Let's make that clear for a second. They did not get in the bathtub together. They had 2 separate bathtubs.
Off screen, they got into together. I know.
Don't do that
Who?
to Kevin Hart. Don't. He deserves better than that.
I love Kevin Hart. I love him so much. But
Apparently you lost Lonzo Ball.
yes,
I'm just... I hope to God what he said that we talked about, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago.
No, it
like,
was last week.
LeVar said, if the Lakers don't sign the other 2, then Lonzo won't play. I pray to God. I can't wait because there's no way in hell the Lakers are signing the other 2.
Have you watched the game yet with Isaiah
Yes.
in the lineup?
I watched when they played, who did they play 2 nights ago?
Does Isaiah run the point? Like, does he play
Yes.
with Lonzo? I haven't
Yes,
seen
he
that.
has played with Lonzo.
So wait, is he the point? Because he plays point guard.
Yeah.
As Isaiah does.
Yeah.
So is he the ball handler or is Lonzo? Because I didn't know how that was going to work.
It was a lot of it was Isaiah. I don't know if it was because it was Dumbass's first game back, so they were easing him in.
Isaiah's better than him.
Isaiah's a lot better than him.
Isaiah's probably my favorite player right now.
Yeah.
Other than like D Wade and
Who
stuff.
did we play the other night? And we won by 21 points.
See, that's the thing about the Lakers. Sometimes they hit and they're actually decent.
And
They just
other
they're not-
games they suck.
Yeah, they're not a threat. Like
No.
they can play. They're obviously an NBA team and they can play.
We'll see
but
what happens this offseason if they get the two big names because they have enough space.
They got a
to
ton
get,
of cap
They
space.
can get two megastars and sign them to
They
contracts.
could get LeBron. LeBron is an option. They could get Paul George, and Paul George
I'd
has
rather
said
play
you.
with O.J. Simpson than
Oh
LeBron
my
James.
You're
God.
the worst kind of
Bring
person.
back OJ.
You get Paul George, who said he wants to play there. You guys. Could
I want
get-
Paul George. I like Paul George.
I think Boogie Cousins, even though he just went out with injury, which sucks. I love Boogie.
And you don't know how he's because a basketball player you mess up your Achilles.
No,
so
when you're a
you-
7-foot player and
Yeah.
you ruin your Achilles, it's tough. Look at Kobe. Well, Kobe was
Was it the
40.
Kings game you're talking about?
What?
might have been the Kings.
Yeah.
Probably.
Just one
That would
19
explain
down
why.
08.
Oh no, this game was we won like 125 to something.
Mm.
It was iced tea. But
God, that was good.
I don't.
John really likes iced tea, everybody.
He doesn't like ice in it. Yeah, I would love to see him try and go out and get Paul George. I like Paul George coming out of college.
Paul George is legit. He didn't have enough to take the Pacers past the Eastern
He
Conference.
got
but
close, but it just
He'd had to beat LeBron, and that wasn't going to happen.
no.
Nobody's going to beat LeBron 1-on-1. Like, and that's what those Pacer games were like. It would be they would seclude LeBron, and then LeBron would just go off.
Well,
As much
I
as-
agree. You got to put everything you got into LeBron. And whatever team LeBron's on,
It's a playoff team.
and you got LeBron's the main focal point. When you're on D, watch number 23. Like I understand he's got other players, but focal point is LeBron James. If you don't stop him, which let's face it, not a lot of people do.
No one can stop him. Period. No one can stop LeBron. It's
Yeah, when he's on, it's unreal.
LeBron at his worst is better than 90% of the league.
Yeah.
As much as you don't want to admit it.
No, I
But since we're on the topic, who's your MVP this year? Have you picked it yet? Because I picked it, and it's LeBron. And it's not being biased. It's that if you took LeBron off the Cavs, that team would win maybe 10 games.
honestly, I hate the man. It's not LeBron. I think Harden.
James Harden?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I hate James Harden.
I hate him.
I hate how he plays.
But look at his stats.
He's so good.
It is, yeah.
I think he dropped 41 on some team. I didn't see what team.
Yeah, he's playing gnarly. All right, I want to change. It's gonna be Lonzo Ball.
It's Lonzo. Okay, Lonzo's not even Rookie of the Year. Lonzo's not even in the conversation to any award other than biggest flop.
Lonzo shouldn't even be in the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, give it 2-3 years.
Maybe Lithuania will get Lonzo, and then all three ball boys can play together.
Go down to the minor leagues.
They would take him. I mean, they would take anyone. They're going to be at the big three. You see that Ice Cube's league?
Yeah,
It takes all the retired players. They could
it's
have a
actually
whole
pretty
big
cool
three.
show.
It is. I like that. It's cool seeing the old timers play. All the legends.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Shaq's kid is about to
Oh
sign?
my God.
What is it? Shaquille O'Neal.
I don't know, but
He was gonna sign with was it Arizona? And then the controversy came out where the guy was leaking.
Yeah, leaking information.
Yeah, and he pulled out of it. But I was thinking when I saw the Shaquille thing, all I could think is like that poor kid, because he literally and figuratively has the biggest shoes to fill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
if he flops in the NBA, like everyone's gonna think, look, you got to fill your father's shoes.
Think about LeBron's kid. Like on the All-Star weekend, LeBron's kids were there and they were playing like one-on-one with like Westbrook and shit. And they're good. Like they're obviously gonna be very talented. They're gonna make the NBA. It's just in their blood. And when you have someone like LeBron who's gonna train you, you're gonna make the NBA. Period. But I was thinking that like even if they make the NBA and they're really good, they're still. Could you be better than LeBron? No. It's like if Kobe had kids. Like he has kids, but he has daughters. If he had a son,
Yeah.
I would never want to be in the league.
I wouldn't want to play basketball. I would want to
Well, look at what happened to Michael
carve
Jordan.
my own path.
Yeah, Michael Jordan has kids,
Yeah,
right?
he's got like
His
3.
son was 2 boys and a girl. The girl went to Syracuse. The 2 boys, I forget what college it was, but he was benched, so he just decided he's like, no, I'm not gonna play because they were riding him. They were putting up some pretty bad
Probably
stuff.
went to North Carolina. That's where his father went.
Yeah,
But
Tar
here's the
Heels.
thing, if you make a team though, that's pretty good. It was a Division 1, but because it's Michael Jordan's son, they were annihilating him.
If you have Jordan as your last name, that's got to be tough. Like, even if you're not Michael Jordan's kid, but you have Jordan's, last name, they're still going to look at you and expect that, which is insanity.
His
But
daughter's a sweetheart. Like, and she was telling me the one time we went up to Syracuse, like, she does not let anybody know when he comes to visit because
you can't. He would get hounded.
Okay, the way you worded that, you hung out with her.
I did.
Oh, okay.
Our producer's a celebrity.
Real quick too, it's not Shaquille, it's
Sharif.
Sharif.
Sharif, sorry.
Shaquille.
Shaquille would be
I
funny.
was saying
They all
Shaquille.
start- There's like 5 of them.
He has a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Shaq has a lot of kids.
He also started a movie.
Oh my god. Shaq Steele.
Don't. God damn.
Shaq Steele.
What about Shazam?
Shazam! Oh my god, we said that at the other podcast. That was Patrick's thing. Shazam! Oh, that's funny.
Oh, there's that rabbit hole. Tom don't like these rabbit holes.
Where's that mouse?
Someone get this. Yeah.
One. But I was thinking about that. What is it? You said whatever. Shaq's kid. I feel bad for him because he's gonna be great, but he's probably not gonna be
You
Shaq.
just fed into it. You're like, whatever. Shaq's kid. You just fed into it.
I'm sorry,
You
that's just
fed
the
into
reality.
it.
And he's always gonna be Shaq's kid.
Whatever team he's on, the coach is like, Shaq's kid, get in there.
Shaq's kid. I'm telling you, man. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it has to be. That's how I'd expect it. I mean, you're filling shoes whether you want to or not. It's like Bill Gates' kid. If all he would do, really, I'm right here. What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Not
Neil
Shaquille,
Lynch.
you queefs. Amazing. Gotta love my co-host. Okay, so who'd you pick? Harden?
Harden.
for
I
your
think
MVP?
Harden's good. I mean, if he keeps it up,
See, I feel like if you took Harden off the Houston Rockets, they'd still win 40,
There's-
50 games.
there's still
Because CP3 is still
I
there.
get it, but I think they feed off of each other so well.
CP3 took his team to the playoffs with just Blake Griffin, who was always fucking hurt, and DeAndre never make a free throw Jordan. Okay. And he made him all the way.
I'm
him
not
to the-
disagreeing with you. Well, I am, but I don't feel. I think they'd still be a decent team. I just don't see them being as good as they are without.
Who is LeBron's number 2 right now? Exactly. That's it. That's the end of the story. That's the end of the story. He doesn't have a number 2, and when he had a number 2, it was either Isaiah Thomas, who was broken for most of the season and then played 15 games and they traded him, or it was Kevin Love, who cannot figure out how to fucking rotate to save his life. Okay, so he doesn't have anyone. He has nothing but shooters. So if he doesn't take control of the ball and rush it, they literally have no idea what they're doing. Like, J.R. Smith doesn't know how to breathe without LeBron. Like, that's the thing.
Is he even on the team still?
Yeah, he's still there. He made the trade deadline.
He finally put a shirt on.
Yeah, that was
All
great.
right, good for him.
But I pick LeBron, and I think LeBron's gonna pick it, or he's gonna win it. That's my opinion. Or it could be Steph. Steph's putting up insane numbers too. But Steph has Durant, so he's like disqualified on that alone. If you have Durant, the second best player in the league, you can't win it. You can't. You just can't. It's a rule.
But Steph doesn't need Durant to win though.
No, but you still can't be like, okay, MVP Steph Curry, and then on the sidelines it's the second best player on the planet. It doesn't work that way. The Golden State
so
Warriors.
you're telling me if KD went to Cleveland
LeBron would
right
never,
now, if he was on the team right now,
they'd win the chip.
clearly, but LeBron wouldn't be able to be MVP.
No, absolutely not. You just couldn't. It was like, because it's not like a Scottie and Jordan type thing where Pippen was good enough but not quite good enough. Pippen was never number 2 in the world. If he was, then it would have been a different kind of
10,
team.
but he wasn't.
Oh, he was great. Defensively, he was phenomenal. He doesn't get nearly enough credit. But the reality is when you put the second best, and people argue number 1 best player on the planet on the same team as anyone else, that entire team is disqualified unless it's just Durant.
Yeah.
That's why Westbrook won the chip or MVP last year, because he was by himself. He had Steven Adams and Robinson. Like, he had nobody, and he was busting out triple doubles like nothing else.
I know we brought it up last week, but just imagine, it could happen next summer. LeBron James teams up with OKC.
I mean, it's possible.
How crazy!
I don't think LeBron and Westbrook would get along on the
Or
court.
not OKC.
Golden State.
Golden State.
No way.
How crazy!
No.
I just want to see how many wins they get.
Legit, they'd go 82-0 because honestly, this is how it would work. If I was gonna manipulate the Golden State Warriors, if I was gonna build a perfect team, I would take Durant and I would have him play guard, and I would put Steph Curry at the point like he plays normally. I keep Clay at the shooting guard, and then I put LeBron actually at center, and I probably would get rid of Draymond, or I'd put him in sixth man. Either way, if you could keep Draymond, that would be the team. You have that squad. LeBron either at center or point guard would be disgusting.
Yeah.
With that team, it would literally be an unbeatable team because you have 5 of the 5 players that just have to have a good night and they win. That's pretty much how the NBA works.
Yeah.
Like, if Steph drops 40, they win. It's not often that they drop 40 and they lose.
No.
It is often that Harden drops 40 and they lose.
He did it like 2 games in a row. He put up 50 and lost.
I think we're like right now, and this is just kind of a side note. I think right now we're witnessing Golden State Warrior. The run we're seeing is going to be looked at in the same limelight as we look at Jordan's Bulls.
Yeah.
I really think that, and people don't appreciate it. But the game changed the moment the Splash Brothers were born. They changed the game.
Yep,
every NBA team is now trying to emulate this perfect form of Golden State Warrior. That's exactly what the Houston Rockets are doing. They dropped more threes than the Warriors have this year. But when it comes to playoff time, are they going to be able to hit those?
But you know who's very underappreciated on the team?
CP.
Puts the glue together? Kerr.
Oh, yeah. But he won't get any credit until after it's said and done.
Yeah, but Kerr has been amazing.
He built the culture. Everyone in that team wants to sacrifice and stay with that team. And it attracted Durant. The fact that culture is what brought Durant there.
Yeah.
So everyone can shit on Durant for doing what he did. I don't shit on him personally. I think it was a smart move. He wanted his chip. Get it.
Yep.
Get out of there. He can leave at any point now, and he's going to make the Hall of Fame. He probably would have made it anyway, but he's not going to be, a Boogie or an Anthony Davis or any of those guys who are not going to get a ring, or Carmelo. Excuse me. He didn't want to be Carmelo. Carmelo should have moved and went to Cleveland and won a chip with LeBron. And then all of a sudden Carmelo's taken seriously. Now he's a joke. No offense to Carmelo fans out there. I love him. He's an amazing shooter sometimes, but he's like a busted ass Kobe.
He's a
He's
shell
Kobe.
of himself
He's
now.
Kobe without that Mamba mentality. And he just doesn't look like, he looks like he's collecting a paycheck.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he wants to be there. Like, he got into it with the Golden State Warriors the other day. He's throwing his head
There was a
down.
lot of stuff going on in that game.
He's a whiner.
Did you see Draymond got his 15th technical taken away?
Oh, thank God.
Got taken away, so he's got wiggle room. He's got one more now. I feel like it's a goal for Draymond to get suspended one game a year.
At this point, though, if I was Draymond, like, he's everything. He argues too much and he cries too much. I'll say that. But I would kill to have someone that's that passionate than someone like Carmelo who's just, whatever. I missed my shot. And then meanders down the court. Draymond is playing 24/7, breaking his ass off. He gets texts. But that's what Kerr knows what he is, and he's not going to sit there and change him.
No.
You can't reel back someone like Draymond.
I don't think. As I say, I don't think.
Somebody like that on your team.
Pippen was the same way, and so was Rodman. Rodman was out of his fucking mind. But
He's still not.
But when
He's the only one. Never mind. We're not going to go down that path.
when he was on the court, he would get every rebound no matter what it took, and he was insane and weird. But Phil Jackson was like, no, this guy is our guy. He won Defensive Player of the Year because of that. You can't reel back someone like Rodman or Draymond.
I don't think you could change Draymond. I don't think it's physically possible. Even if Kerr wanted to try and change Draymond, I don't think it's possible.
I think he gets the most underappreciated player because that boy does not want to lose a single game. And that is so huge in a team when you could get lackadaisical. Like, look at the Cavs. They got lackadaisical. They won the chip, barely. Came back the next year, and they got destroyed because they got lazy. They just wanted to get to the Warriors, and they're like, we beat them once. No, the Warriors beat themselves.
So do we see Kawhi this year?
Go to the Lakers?
No, just play.
No. I don't
I'm
think they
talking
should.
playing.
If I was Pop, I would say sit him.
He's come out and said he wants to try and play in March, but
Just sit him. Why? What's the point? The Spurs are always going to be in the playoffs, but without a healthy
it
Kawhi,
ain't going anywhere.
no. So just sit him. Just sit him. Wait till he gets healthy. And that's the thing. The thing I brought up about the Lakers thing. Everyone's saying that the Lakers could grab him,
Yeah,
and if they lost him, that's big.
that's huge.
The dude was supposed to be like the next LeBron. Like he's that good. He's that good.
Just think
People
about
don't
all the stuff they were
appreciate it.
talking about last year. Like he was widely like top 2 or top 3 at least players in the league.
He was arguably he won Defensive Player of the Year I think 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's defensively great and efficient in scoring. But that's another place too. LeBron's supposed to rumored to be at least looking at the Spurs because that's where he would go to finish his career out. Oh, look at that! The Warriors are playing right now.
Yeah, but he's got a better team playing right now.
Oh, Duke.
Yeah,
You're a Duke fan. That's right.
I am a Duke fan.
Who's
Fuck
the?
Duke.
I'm probably gonna get murked for this. Who's the coach to that? Which one is that? Is that the guy that looks like a
It's Coach K.
vampire?
Are you
That's it,
serious?
Coach K.
Coach Frott too.
I get Coach K confused with the other one, the Kentucky coach.
Calipari?
Yeah, calamari.
No, Calamari's a squid, but
That's what he is. Goddamn squid.
can't believe you can't know who Coach K is.
I know who Coach K is, but I get those two confused. Like I knew those two names, I just can't remember which one they played for.
Coach K.
Does the Syracuse is Jim Boheim still going?
Yeah, he's still-
Yep.
God,
He threatened to leave after
die.
everything went
Are you
downhill.
serious?
he's how old is he? Do we know? Producers? He's got to be like 60, 70.
Yeah.
Who is?
Jim Boheim.
Jimbo, I got it.
Boeheim.
Boeheim.
Oh look, Zaza's not getting punishment for that
Yeah, I saw that.
flop of
Yeah,
Westbrook.
saw that. That broke earlier today.
Fucking
That was horrible.
so stupid.
God awful. Did you see, since you had to bring up the ugly mole on the Lakers' back, Lonzo. Did you see today on First Take, Kellerman brought up a great point.
73.
His final take was talking about how
Jesus, 73.
LeBron bitches about getting calls all the time. You can't deny it. Every time the man drives to the paint, he's got something to say. He's
He
like
gets-
a Draymond.
He gets fucking mauled.
But listen, he brought up a good point. LeBron is like I think his percentage at the foul line is he's like a 78%.
It's higher than that. It's got to be higher than that.
I don't remember what it is, he said there's no way the refs are going to make that. Like you're going to like a whole game. It's going to be LeBron James at the foul line like 108 times a
What,
game.
don't-
Who wants to see that? The refs are not going to call every
Call
single penalty.
Then you can't have LeBron getting hit with fouls. That's where the bullshit is. When Shaq played, Shaq would get mugged. If he had a wallet,
That's
they
because
would
he
take
sucked the foul line. They did it on purpose. It was
The-
hack a Shaq.
But the point is he would get mugged, and he'd get what's up?
74%.
Oh, wow, I
See?
thought it was higher.
74.4. He is lower than the average 75%.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But amazing.
Neil Lynch golf clap.
He's our statistician now. We finally have a statistician.
Got you.
But no, LeBron's got a point. Okay, watch LeBron go to the paint. The only Harden is like a smaller, weaker version of LeBron, and he gets the calls. If LeBron wasn't a 6'8", 270 monster, he'd get the calls. But because Harden's 6'6", 6'7", but like 50 or 60 pounds less, he gets the calls. You can't do that. It's not fair. If LeBron's not going to get hit with a foul or not going to get fouled, then he shouldn't get hit when he fouls someone. It's got to even out somewhere. So LeBron has to play like the tightest defense in the world. But when he goes to run to the paint, he has to get ready to get punched in the head, hit in the groin, all this shit. Listen, if you're not a LeBron fan, that's one thing. But that's just dumb basketball. You can't have James Harden exist on the West where he gets like 20 free throws a game, and then LeBron only gets 6. Fuck that. LeBron would score
Easy
40.
solution. LeBron retire.
No, stop it. Now, easy solution. Refs actually make the tough fucking calls. It shouldn't be about what the fans want. That's not what the sports are about.
How pissed would you be to go to a game and like 74% of the time it's just LeBron at the foul line?
How pissed would
How-
I be? I'm a Cavs fan, and you took away 25 points because you wouldn't fucking foul him? Stop it. Stop it. I'd be more pissed at a loss because they won't call the foul than me having to sit there and drink my beer and watch him shoot. That's part of the game, man.
You don't drink beer.
Whatever. That's an expression. Drinking my Jameson. They don't sell that at games. I wish they did. Of course, if you did, it'd be
Jesus
like $40 for like a little pint.
We need a Crawford back.
Oh,
The ref.
yes. Crawford was
That's what we need.
fantastic. He was so angry. He was like a little airhead. Did you, Huh?
The candy?
Yeah, you ever see the airhead? It's like red, and it looks like it's about to pop.
A balloon.
A balloon, yeah. I guess that's a
Yeah,
good
that's what we're
point.
saying.
Fuck off. That Goodell's gonna find Jerry Jones.
He's gonna try for like millions.
Millions.
Not just like a million.
Dude, I'm pretty sure
Millions.
the NFL is like sports version of ISIS. You heard it here first.
Wow.
Like they
See, I stopped myself from saying something because it was really dark. It was just ousted.
they are so shady.
And there goes our YouTube day.
I'm sorry. That's the truth, okay? Because they sit there and they do all this shady shit. You're telling me Goodell's not allowed to speak bad about the NFL? What kind of communist Russia bullshit is that? Like that's come on.
I get it.
This is America, free speech, man. NFL, National Football League.
Goodell's just butthurt.
Dude,
all it is.
Goodell's needs to go.
I mean,
He
I
won't, but-
don't like Jerry Jones. I think he's obnoxious. I think he ruins his team because he refuses to let other people take charge. But I mean, freedom of speech, like, you're allowed to not like someone. And Jerry Jones, what he did was completely legal. Like, he was just, I mean, granted, Goodell has every right to be pissed because he tried getting him fired. But, I mean...
No, I don't care if he tried to get him fired. That's part of your job.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like, people try to get you fired from most power positions. You like that sound, podcast folks?
Like a
People
snake
get you...
dying.
People get you fired all the time. That doesn't mean it's going to actually happen.
Right in the speaker.
So it probably sounded cool. Like an air brake or
Either
some
that
shit.
or terrible.
Yeah, either that or their headphones just blew up. I don't know. I just think that's a shit way to go about it.
Oh, it
Like,
is.
and it's shady. I think it's shady, and that's why it's... If you're doing something illegal or something bad or something that's actually at risk of getting you fired, what do? You, like, try to hush them. If you can't hush them, which you can't, you fine them and threaten them until they hush themselves. I don't like that. I think that if you are, you should be transparent when you're in that kind of position. He's literally playing with people's lives like chess piece, and that might be dramatic. But there's 300 plus NFL players that put their body and health on the line every day for that man, and he gets to dictate and decide who gets punished.
Shazier or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
what-
Could you believe he's going to play again?
That's gnarly. When he said all he wants to do is get out there and play again.
I don't know if-
Props to him, but no way.
I don't know if he has balls or if he's just stupid. And I mean that with respect, but he's got kids and shit.
It's
He's got kids. He's got kids.
it's scary. I wouldn't. There's no way. Like, you look, that image is still in my head when he takes that hit. And then he rolls over and he's looking at his feet, and you can tell he's freaking out.
He looked like Gumby.
And then he gets his feeling, he's walking again. Like, why do you want to take that chance? Like, I
Yeah.
understand there's a lot of money in
Goals,
football.
though. You gotta put it like that. I mean,
What? To
How
be in a
about
wheelchair?
Yeah, how about just walk? Like,
no,
why do you
when
got to
get-
get out there on that
when you
field?
get in, like, a bad enough accident, you always want to, like, look forward to something, and maybe that's what he's just, you know.
I get it, and like maybe honestly, and I mean this, like if that's his passion, like if obviously it is, you don't get to the NFL if it's not your passion. But if that's like his number one passion, and then everything else is secondary, I guess good for him. I just think that's crazy because I love a lot of things. Like I love comic books, but if it paralyzed me for a month, I'd probably stop reading them.
Yep.
I read it, though, like, I took it as, we'll see if it happens. Like, I think it's just a goal, you know.
We'll see.
that-
I'm going to argue your point. You said, obviously, because you don't get to the NFL if it's not your passion. I'm gonna say that's not true because you honestly think Johnny Manziel's passion was to play the NFL. I think it was just, let's just see if I can do it.
I guess that's true. Manziel's there are certain cases. I think Manziel, is it Manziel or Manziel?
Manziel.
I think he is a very rare instance. Him and Josh Gordon, which I know he's back, and he's
For how long, though?
He's clean
As
for now.
Stephen
and
A
stuff.
says, because he can't stay off the weed, man.
It's ridiculous. But that's a whole nother topic. But I think that those incidences are very like rare. I think you know how much time and effort it takes to be in the NFL. Like I remember playing I played 1 year of varsity football. And it was really fucking hard, and I hated every minute of it.
Did you play?
I didn't play. I was that guy. They put me at wide receiver. Actually, my short ass. I was like 5'3" back then. They had me playing wide receiver against.
5'2" now.
Got a little bit bigger. But they put me at wide receiver, and I would have to. It was wide receiver and corner, and if I was on corner, I have to cover the 6'2" monsters, which was it was just a joke.
They don't get a jump. They're just like,
I would every play was pass interference. Like the ball's coming, push him out. That's all I could do. But I played a year of that, and I hated it because it wasn't my passion. I love football, but I didn't go to practice going fuck yeah. I think to do that at that level, you have to go and be like, fuck yeah. In my opinion, I couldn't force myself to do it.
So what position would you pick?
If I could, running back. If I would have known now...
You'd be the all-star of...
If I would have known now that... Because back then, running backs were everyone wanted Jerome Bettis. Yep. The 6'2" monsters.
Yeah.
Now, though, almost all running backs are like 5'6" and shorter.
Yep.
If I had known that it was even a remote possibility to make it to any kind of level like that, I would have actually pursued it. But I remember in school they were like, "You're too short to do anything in any all I was good at was wrestling because shorter was better."
Yeah.
But in football, every size meant everything.
Yep.
If I would have known that Pocket Hercules was going to play at 5'4", I would have kept playing. I would have said, put me there. But, that's definitely the position, even though they don't last long.
Jerome Bettis looked like a guard running down the field.
Jerome Bettis was something special.
He was. I loved watching him play.
And you don't see that anymore.
What do you do as a defender? You see that big thing running down the sideline full speed at you.
It blows my mind. I don't think people really understand how hard those hits are.
No, they don't.
They
don't look hard on TV, but take it.
Yeah, no. When you the guys who just straight up square up with people when they're coming at them, balls of steel, because you have to sit there and be like, I'm either going to get trucked
or Bettis is going to run over you. I don't care how square you are. You're getting run over, and he's staying up.
His nickname was the Buzz. When that's your nickname, it's it's not the Bug, it's the Buzz. This is gonna hurt. Ray Lewis.
Bus was being nice. He was like a fucking freight train.
Yeah, he was beast, man.
But
Ray Lewis said he was one of the hardest people to take down, which is not a surprise. And he played him twice, 2-3 times a year.
The only way you take him down is go for the legs, but even then, I feel like he's still tough to go down.
That's all you could do. That was the old school.
You weren't fucking going up top and hitting him and bringing him down.
No, you go up top, you better be bigger than him, which was rare. I think Bus is 6'6" or something. He was
a big
huge.
Boy.
I actually liked watching him when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But anyway, the whole point is passion. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I think Manziel's just a piece of shit. I don't care.
Be
No, he won't.
Yeah, he won't.
No, he fucking won't.
Mark my words, within next 5 years.
I'd be
Johnny Manziel. I'm not going to say he's going to be starting, but I bet you he's a backup in the NFL.
You know where he's going? The XFL.
XFL.
Going to the XFL. He's going to be with He Hate Me and Grindstone or whatever fucking weird nickname. With Jim Ross on commentator.
Yeah.
With chair shots being the finales.
That's where Booker T is going to go.
Oh, look. We just got an update. Vontae Davis is going to Buffalo. He's a cornerback. That's something. You guys...
Wait, what?
Yeah. I just got it from Bleacher Report. Look at that. Maybe that'll replace Gilmore. Remember? He butchered you. Remember that. Guys, wouldn't pay him.
It's never a podcast without a Bills joke.
Oh, my God. I can't wait for that to start again. That's my favorite thing about football season. is the Bills people. They're out there.
Yeah, but they're going to be horrible this year because, we made the playoffs last year. It's only up from here. Now AFC title game is their goal for next year.
Hey, who knows? Should have got Alex Smith.
They should go after Kirk Cousins.
They should. All right, so we're at the 30-minute mark, so we should probably talk wrestling.
Because it was a pretty damn good pay-per-view last night. I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, no, it was really good. It was well-paced. Usually they fuck up the pacing.
Yeah.
I guess we'll start at the...
Start the women's. How it started.
I thought they killed it, man.
They did really well.
We were talking about it last night. The days of bras and panties are gone.
Yeah,
like
that's...
those women gave it.
They were degraded so bad back then. Like, you had women that wanted to come in and wrestle and prove that they could do it, and Vince is like, all right, here's your thong, here's your bra, here's your paddle, and we'll have the bed in the middle of the ring by the time you get out there.
And you're going to fake giving me oral sex in the back, like every cutscene.
It is crazy.
Yep. It's crazy to watch the females go at it, and they're so good. Like, they honestly, they can put some of the guys to shame. I thought the star of it, like Sasha, was good, but I thought Alexa Bliss did really good. She doesn't get enough credit for her in-ring work.
She didn't, I loved after she won, she pretended she was all emotional, and then I was
heel
like, wait for it, and then she just dissed the entire crowd.
I love Alexa's character is fantastic, but her in-ring work, I mean, it's ballsy. She did the Twisted Bliss off the top.
Yep.
Even if it's padded now, that's still,
It's still not going to feel
10-foot
good.
fall.
Yeah.
I think Alexa Bliss deserves to be champ, and she proved it last night because she did all of the little things well. And Sasha did good. She obviously did good. Bayley did great. I want to see that feud continue. The other girls were great. Like, they were okay, Absolution. But I think Alexa deserved to win.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I was fine with it.
I don't think Sasha winning does anything for her. I think you can have Sasha Bayley without the belt.
Sasha is like a Seth or a Dean Ambrose or a Roman. Like, they don't need the belt.
She's had it 5 times, I think. I mean, at that point, you don't need a belt. And that's kind of the goal. Like, that's... If you can get to the point where you're going to put asses in seats without a belt...
without a belt.
That's your goal.
She should be very happy about that.
Yeah, but I thought it was incredible. I thought some of the bumps they took were nasty, were good.
Yep.
Some of it, obviously, is always cheesy, like when they get caught in the chamber and shit. But,
yeah, when they can't just, go...
Yeah, you got to suspend your belief for a bit, but I thought the women were great. The Bar versus
it was
Titus.
horrible.
Yeah, I mean, Titus Worldwide's like interesting, but they just in the ring they don't do anything for me. They just in their characters don't either. I don't. They feel too kiddish.
I know we talked about it last week, but I'm hoping something happens with it. Something's got to happen with the Revival because they had a little talk at the Elimination Chamber.
It's gonna be Revival versus the Bar.
Well,
it just
gotta
is.
be.
It has to be. That's the only play and hopefully the Revival go over and have a long run with it. And honestly, they need to break the Bar up because both Cesaro and Sheamus, they're great as a tag team, but they've
even
won
better.
They've won 5 times, so obviously it was a success. Break them apart.
Sheamus was great as singles.
I would love to see Cesaro versus Roman for the title. I would love to see that. I'd love to see Cesaro versus Brock. I don't think that's going to happen because I think Brock is going back to UFC.
He's gone.
I think he's gone too. I think Vince is finally going to say, I'm done playing this. I thought the whole last night you saw the picture.
The picture of the UFC shirt.
I think that's getting old. He did the same thing last negotiation.
And then he got suspended from UFC and he decided, I'm going to sign a contract with WWE. I love you guys.
If he wants to sign, and that is all good. If Brock wants to do that and go fight whoever he wants to fight and get destroyed, fine.
Don't let him come back.
Don't let him come back. And if you let him come back, give him almost like the Goldberg treatment. Don't give him a belt, though.
No.
He doesn't need the belt. If you want the Universal title to mean fucking anything, keep it off part-timers. Because it went from...
I don't even think you can consider Brock a part-timer.
You barely
he's
can.
less than that.
Yeah.
Goldberg showed up more.
If you put Brock Lesnar on there, people know Brock Lesnar. People who don't even know wrestling know Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, so put
Just
Brock...
put him on the card and then
Yes.
tell him come.
I think he doesn't want it. I think he thinks he's too big for the show and he's going to show up when he wants to show up.
Honestly, if Elimination Chamber showed us anything, they have the talent. They don't need Brock.
Yep.
They don't need Brock. They have Roman who's committed. So make Roman your beast. Have him replace Brock completely. Turn him heel, put him with Heyman, recreate Brock for all I care. But you have Roman who's not going anywhere. He's not going to be a movie star. He's going to be there the next 5-6 years. Build around him. You have Seth who's amazing in the ring. Dean's going to be back, amazing in the ring, great on the mic, all that good shit. Baller. You have AJ on SmackDown.
Elias is coming on strong.
Bray's fantastic. Broken Heart. You have so many good characters and talent. You don't need part-timers anymore. You don't. You have Owens. You have Zayn. You have all of these. Any of these people could be champ. You literally have probably 20 people who could be world champ believably. Stop relying on part-timers.
Yep.
Like, that's why I hope there's not a part-time match at WrestleMania. Give it to the fucking people who earned it all year. Give it to them. Because they break their ass all year. Don't have, like, I hope this is it for Brock.
So
I hope Roman beats that ass. I hope it's not even close. I hope they embarrass Brock and they give it to Roman. People might not like that Roman's going to win, but he's going to be babyface after he dethrones Brock.
I think you'd be surprised how much people might actually react in a good way, because I think the fans are done with Brock as well.
Well, when he won last night, if you listen to the crowd reaction, it wasn't boos.
No.
It wasn't like Philly booed out of the building. It was a mix, like a Cena mix.
I think you're going to see a lot of more cheers than boos when he wins, because I think the WWE Universe is just sick of Brock and only showing up at pay-per-views.
Why wouldn't you be?
He's at Monday night. Apparently, he's at Monday night to square off versus Roman tonight, but you won't see him again until WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's frustrating, but if the Elimination Chamber, honestly, if you think of all the matches we saw, including the Ronda Rousey signing, they have so much talent. I think the Attitude Era can finally just close that door. It needs to be closed. I'm done. I don't even need Kurt to come back. I don't need Kurt. I don't need Triple H. I don't even need The Rock to come back. We are officially in we're too much talent. There's too much talent.
If he was thinking about coming on our show, he ain't doing it anymore.
Listen,
way to fuck that
The
up.
Rock knows he's not coming back.
So speaking of Ronda Rousey, which I was actually quite impressed with that
She won
segment.
us
That was
over.
cool. But I was thinking about it today because she doesn't have a clear-cut person. Because let's face it, it's going to be Triple H, Stephanie versus Ronda and whoever. We're going to find that out tonight. They're either going to tell her, you know what, you did this, so good luck finding a partner. We're not going to sign you on. No one knows you. Blah blah blah. Dean Ambrose.
Dean would be okay, but I think they're going to do Seth. Because
because of the authority and the whole history with...
Yeah.
I get it. I thought of that too. But like you said, Dean Ambrose's picture was up he's back at some point.
He's
soon.
got to be back soon. I'm
And
hoping
he
is.
doesn't have an opponent because obviously Roman's doing Brock. And if they don't set up the Seth thing, he's got no one.
I'd be okay with that, but then... Huh?
A lot of the articles are saying Kurt.
Kurt Angle. I get that. I'm okay with that because they need someone who can carry Ronda. Because at the end of the day, Ronda, she may be talented enough to do like those table bumps and shit, but running a match like the Rollins and Reigns and even any of those guys, it's so different.
Yeah.
Having a 20-minute burner is so much harder than just putting someone through a table.
It's not like they're going to have Braun. I don't think Braun can carry it.
No. Braun's going to go for The Miz. He has to get a title this year.
You know what I'd do with Braun? I'd like to see Paul Heyman with Braun.
It would be good.
Really...
But when Braun's on the
He's
mic...
a baby face, and everyone loves him. You get with Heyman, you're not a baby face.
I think Braun is so natural on the mic for some reason. Like, he's better than Roman on the mic, in my opinion, only because he doesn't have to say much, and he can fuck up, and it's, like, endearing, because he's a 6'8" monster. So when he stumbles on his lines, it's like, oh, he's a big dumb idiot.
Also, like, that skit with Elias when he was playing the cello.
The double bass,
you listen to him sing, his voice is just shaky as hell. You can tell he was nervous as fuck, but... the crowd loved it. They don't care.
See, I think with Paul Heyman, you have to put him with someone like Roman, who struggles on the mic, or someone like Rousey, who really struggled on the mic last night. Put him with someone who can use them.
She was bad.
Well, yeah, she was.
Her first thing on the mic.
She was definitely nervous.
Can't really.
Yeah.
They were saying that one article that it was going to be Kurt and then Paul Heyman's going with Rousey.
I would like that.
Maybe Balor.
Keep that.
Balor and Rousey.
See,
Balor can carry.
Balor could definitely carry, and he would put a 5-star match on against Triple H.
Yeah.
They would burn. They would bring the house down.
You were gonna say
so
burn
that's
it down.
I did. I was almost gonna say it, but I think whoever they put with Rousey, it has to be someone who can run a match and direct it very well.
We're gonna find out tonight.
It could be Rollins. Dean would be awesome, but I don't know if they're gonna rush him back. I think he's gonna be an after WrestleMania pop. You know how they always do that?
The Mondays after WrestleMania is always crazy.
Because, that's what, if I was that, I would write it in where it's like after Mania, Roman has
comes
the title,
out with the belt and Dean shows up.
turns. Yeah, I think that would be really cool. But, we'll see. We're in the season now. So we have our 2 main events. We have AJ Nakamura, Roman, Brock. Those are our 2 main events. And then right now, Asuka versus someone who we don't know yet.
It's got to be Bliss.
I
know you want Charlotte, but
think it's gonna be
why would
Charlotte.
she want to go to that shithole?
Because this is my prediction. She goes, beats Charlotte, and then she doesn't even make it to SmackDown. They do the draft like that day, and she comes back that Raw. And then all they do is give her the Raw belt. Like, why wouldn't you do
But
that?
how do you take the belt from the Raw Women's
Send her
Champion?
to SmackDown.
Like,
She gets a blue belt.
It makes no sense.
Nothing makes sense. They just do it.
They need to, if they're going to do what they say they're going to do after
Right.
Mania, and they need to combine and give one women's champ, one
Well, maybe they
men's
do
champ,
that.
and then old school. Like, if they still want to have the split, but all champions go to both shows. So
Or
you got
they
the
just-
women's champ go to Raw and SmackDown, men's Raw, SmackDown, tag team. So then everyone's got a shot for it. It ain't just Raw and SmackDown.
I think that's what we're going towards, in my
That's
opinion.
great for the fans, but the wrestlers don't want that because they want more time at home with their families.
Yeah,
It's a
because
lot of work.
yeah,
And you got to remember, like, that's the reason why they lost a lot of talent because they wanted some time with their families. They're traveling how long?
yeah.
That's a
They
lot.
travel 4 out of the 7
And
days.
then you're adding on to that, like, what a big reward. You could wrestle somebody and still have a great show, or you could get a championship and still double your time away from your family. That's
Yeah.
not really.
It's tough. It's a tough situation. I get it, and I understand why they did the brand split, but it obviously didn't work pay-per-view wise.
No.
Like,
Because
it-
SmackDown gets all the shitty pay-per-view, like Fastlane.
They didn't have enough to fill the card. You'd get stuck with like Aiden English versus who the fuck cares? Like that's
Rusev.
not a pay per view. That's something that's much weaker. So I think the change is good, but we'll see. I mean, I'm excited about my 2 main events. I like Brock versus Roman because the first one was great. in
It
my
was
opinion.
amazing. It just
I
ended horribly.
think it was a hard hitting. They went fucking.
They hit
at
each other a
it.
couple
Yes,
times.
They
Like,
tagged-
Brock was bleeding for a reason.
Yeah, and I like that. And I think, in my opinion, it's hard to know, but I think Brock respects Roman, and I think he will lay down for Roman. And he needs to do that because it's Roman's time, and Brock should know that, just like The Rock did for Brock. He took the loss for Brock because he knew that was the next big star. That's what you do.
I still don't count out that Heyman screws over, and then that's how they get Heyman and Roman
I
together.
would. That's what I want. I want that. I've said that for years. I think that fixes Roman 100%. You put that mouthpiece on Roman when Roman's as talented as he is, it's
Yeah.
to the moon and back. It would be fantastic.
But is Paul Heyman going to be okay with going to every Monday Night Raw?
I mean, he better be. They pay him a lot of money.
But yeah, I could see Heyman screwing over Brock at WrestleMania, and that's how they make the connection with Heyman and Roman.
I mean, how cool would that stable be? Ronda, Roman, Heyman.
That'd be fucking gnarly.
Awesome.
All you got to do is have Heyman go out, do one promo on both of them, and then you got superstars in making.
So you got to bring it up. We got 15 minutes left. You got to bring it up. What you brought up to me yesterday,
Which part?
Punk.
Oh, CM Punk. Yeah, CM Punk is apparently he's gonna go. There's this all-in event in October, I think, or September, and it's Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, basically the Bullet Club in Japan, and they're trying to create their own version of WrestleMania that they pay for, and it's like I think it's a huge stadium that they're renting out and shit, and they're trying to like build up this card. And the quote is, "I'm all in." That's their line. So on Twitter, they say, "We're all in." Like Stephen Amell, the guy
Yeah.
who plays Arrow, he's there. All that shit. And Punk had a tweet that said, "Am I all in?" People keep asking me, "Am I all in?" ? And then he said, "Half," like one half. So he's half in. And so everyone started freaking out because does that mean he's gonna go and join them? Because he's like his good friend is Nick Jackson, who happens to be the Young Bucks, one of the Young Bucks. And he said,
We're crazy, by the way.
yes, they are. And he said if he's coming back to wrestling, first person he contacts are the Young Bucks. So I think he's coming back.
I think he's going back there, and I don't think he's going to be in WWE this year at all. I think it'll be like maybe 2 years before because I don't think that whole thing, whatever's going on, it's not solved yet.
I
No, it's
think
not.
Rumble Chicago 2 years from now. That's my guess.
That would be the best.
They are going to use it for that.
Could you
Rumble.
imagine that pop
Honestly,
in Chicago?
That's what we need to focus on is when they go to Chicago for pay-per-views, because that's going to be the moment. When that happens, they're going to
my
call
Lord.
Punk and be like, "Listen, we will give you everything you want. You can run part-time schedule. You can do." I would give Punk whatever he wants because if Punk came back, he would be over. Oh, he's over now, and he's not even been in it 2 years. He would be.
It would be gnarly. I'm getting
Punk
goosebumps
versus
just thinking
Roman,
about it.
Punk versus Seth, Punk versus any of them. We never really got to see that. Like
Punk
we got,
versus AJ.
and yeah, I mean, God, there's so much you can do with Punk, and he's in the best shape of his life. Yeah, he's 39, but That doesn't mean shit in
No.
wrestling years.
No.
Cena's fucking 40, right?
Cena's 40. That's, I guess, while we're on it, though, what happens with Cena?
I don't know. He came out and said that he's gonna get himself into WrestleMania, but it's on the
He said
Not-
he's breaking etiquette.
breaking WWE etiquette to get there.
So is he
what
turning
is
heel?
happening?
He's gonna turn heel, I think. I think this is finally it. This
But what's
is.
he gonna do?
I think he's gonna fuck over someone. He's gonna like take someone out, like
Yeah.
injure them,
And get
take
in.
his spot away, and then I'm Cena. I get it because I'm Cena. You know, what a great way to turn heel. I'm John Cena. I get that spot.
Yeah.
I think he should do that. I think it's time for him to do a heel turn because I think his he's got maybe a year or two left.
Yeah,
He's just slow in the ring. You can tell. It's not his fault, man. Father Time is undefeated.
and he's been wrestling for
On the top for 15 years.
Yeah.
It's different. Like, he says that. It's running on the top of the card for 15 years is unprecedented.
because you're
No one's done it.
facing the big guys of the company for 15 years.
Yeah, and you're doing every promotion nonstop. You're doing like 6 days a week instead of the normal like 3 or 4.
Yep.
So yeah, I think he's finally. And plus, he can do Hollywood shit. He's not going to be the next Rock, but he could still do stuff. He could be like a Batista. You know, still very good, but he's not going to be.
Speaking of Batista, that shit went cold.
Yep, not on him. They won't sign him. They said because the only way he said he'd sign is they let him do a whole year of programs and then let Triple H retire him. That's what he wanted. And Triple H said, "Yeah, but Vince will not sign off on it." I don't know why.
I can't wait for him to go to the XFL and have
2 years.
Hunter take over.
They're getting there.
That show, you think WWE is big now? Just wait till Triple H gets a hold of it.
He's gonna make that absolutely amazing. Look what he did with NXT. There's a whole. That's what's exciting too. You got to think too. I was saying earlier about all the talent they have. All of that NXT talent that's gonna move up.
Yep.
It's gonna be so crowded soon.
Yep.
The Aleister Blacks, the Adam Coles, the Undisputed Era, the Authors of Pain have to be coming anytime now. Gargano, Ciampa, all of these guys. Ray's supposed to come back. You have all of this talent.
Moon for the
do you-
females, like
Yes. Do you really need someone like Brock? That's the whole point
you
of this.
don't.
is
He's
you don't.
old school.
And he puts on decent matches, but in this year, nothing was like a barn other than AJ, which for me, give all credit to AJ. AJ's matches are always phenomenal, pun intended, and I think it's because of him. I think that's right. I think after this much time, you can successfully say that he's the one orchestrating that. It's just too coincidental to be anywhere else. He put Roman on a whole other level with their little 3-match feud, 3 pay-per-views. Some of Roman's best work
Yeah.
because of AJ. And he's only getting better, too.
I want to see if he gets drafted. I'm gonna be bummed, but I'm gonna be excited. Because I think they're gonna just swap. Because I'd love to see AJ versus Balor again. That one match they did, the fill-in, was amazing.
From what I've read, it's going to be Rollins shipped off to SmackDown. AJ comes to Raw, but they keep Balor and they keep AJ and they let them feud
That'd be cool.
for supremacy over the
I don't
Balor
like
Club.
Rollins going over to SmackDown.
I don't either.
See, it sucks because I know we like Rollins, but at the same time, like, imagine him being able to be top dog again. That's the thing with Raw is there's only so many top spots because there's so much talent. But if you go to SmackDown, if you're even that's why AJ's been on top the entire time.
There's
he's
no
been
one
over there.
else.
There's no one else.
I mean, they gave up on Bray. Well, no, he's on Rona, but they gave up on Owens for some reason.
Well, yeah, they're doing the Owen Zayn thing because I don't think they could. They wanted to do one Mania match versus those two because they have such a good rivalry. So I think they want to get that out of the way. And I'm telling you right now, if that match happens, that'll be a 5-star match. At Mania, I'm telling you, Owen Zayn.
Owens and Zayn are always put on a crazy
Always
match. That one,
amazing.
I don't remember what pay-per-view it was. But
Battlegrounds.
They built that tower of chairs.
Oh, that was versus Roman.
No.
Yeah,
It was Sami Zayn and Owens.
facing each other.
Yeah.
Are you
They've
sure?
had a pay-per-view together, and it was gnarly.
I know the one for Battlegrounds last year. It was Owens Zayn before Zayn went to SmackDown. Was amazing.
Maybe it was that. Maybe it was Owens with it, but
I
because
know-
Owens went through the chair tower.
Yeah, that was Roman. It was Roman.
But I know what you're talking. But they did. I
That was
remember the
Fastlane.
Sami Zayn one. That was a gnarly match. Those two put on a crazy match.
And that was the match where he Hulula kicks Owens, and then he catches him, and he's like sitting there and he's like thinking about what he's doing, and then he pushes him back up like he's gonna spare him, and then he hits him again. I thought that was great. But that match, honestly, if that happens, I'm probably, other than Nakamura AJ match, that's probably gonna be my number 2 pick. Honestly, the card's coming out to be just stacked. Brock, Roman, AJ, Nakamura, Zayn, Owens.
Does Nakamura win?
Balor versus anyone. Nakamura wins. He has to win. I think he has to. He lost against Jinder. I feel like this is his payment. He lost against one of the worst champions of all time. He deserves the belt.
I know you think it's Charlotte, but if Asuka decides to go after Bliss, does she lose finally, or does she beat Bliss?
Beats Bliss.
Imagine that mountaintop they'll put Bliss on if she ends the streak.
I know, but I just don't think she's ready for that. She's so young. She's my age. Alexa Bliss is 26. That's crazy. She has so much potential, and she's already at the top. So you got to think like, she doesn't need to win that. I think you have Charlotte beat her because Charlotte's legacy almost justifies it. If I was Asuka, I'd be okay with my streak dying to a Flair.
Yeah.
Not a Bliss. Only because Bliss has still got a lot to prove, but Charlotte could retire right now. She's Hall of Fame bound.
Yeah.
Her matches are always phenomenal.
She's always good.
She's a Flair. She's a beast. So I think it's gonna be. That's why I think it's gonna be Charlotte Asuka. They have to have someone that can conceivably beat Asuka.
It's really gonna suck when Asuka comes out tonight and says she's going after Bliss's title at WrestleMania.
If it isn't announced tonight, then it's definitely Charlotte because they're trying to push it off.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. But tonight's the night. This is like really Road to WrestleMania starts at Rumble. Yeah. I think it starts tonight because now we have our main event set.
This is where shit just goes.
Yeah, this is when storylines start to happen. We figure out what's happened with Balor, the club, Seth Rollins, all that shit. So this is going to be a solid fucking Raw.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm excited. And like I said when we started the whole wrestling talk, like I'm very happy with the Elimination Chamber. I had my hesitant, but like we were talking at work, we thought it was going to be really, really good. And it was. They delivered perfectly.
Yep.
So everything about last night I enjoyed, except for the whole bar and...
Yeah, but they got to have a filler match. And plus, I'm glad they didn't give us Bar Revival on that pay-per-view. Because I like being titillated and weighted. I like that.
Oh, no, so do I. Like the Shield thing.
Yeah, like, let it slow burn, and then when we get to see it, we get to pop
let's just
for
hope
it.
The Revival thing doesn't go like the Shield thing.
I don't think it will. I think I'm telling you right now, the Revival are going to be taken seriously, just like they were in NXT. Especially if Triple H takes over soon, because Triple H said they were one of the best on the planet. Every podcast I listen to a ton of wrestling ones. Every single one of them put the Revival in the top 3 right now.
Oh, I agree.
So they deserve the spotlight.
They're getting pushed. Like you're seeing them. They weren't even a part of Elimination Chamber last night, but they had a segue and they had a conversation. So WWE is pushing them.
And plus, the Bar versus I think Revival would be fantastic.
That'd be a good match.
And I think if
they win, if the Revival win, like you brought
which
up
I think
earlier,
they do.
Is that the end of Cesaro and the Bar, or
if I was a writer, I would have it Revival go over, and it leads exactly to the Bar implosion, and then have them feud for a couple pay-per-views and break off, have Sheamus send Sheamus to SmackDown. He would thrive over there.
Yeah, he do.
Sheamus could go nuts. Imagine Sheamus versus AJ.
Imagine Sheamus, a triple threat, Sheamus, AJ, and Rollins.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much you can do there.
He's got to get rid of the Mohawk.
I love it. I love it. I think it's funny.
You got to get rid of the Mohawk.
I love anything that makes me pop, and that's one of those things.
Like when he messed up, almost fell off the
and
rope
he
last
played
night,
it so well,
and then the crowd started laughing. It's like,
yeah, I like that though. Like, way to like, you're a heel, so you can get away with it. You know what I mean? If that was a baby face, that could be like a huge moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that he kind of played with it and stuff. I don't know. It's exciting, man. I was pumped all day for this because this Raw is what sets the tone. Like, this for me is the road to WrestleMania now because we have our Raw main event, we have our SmackDown main event. So there's 2 huge matches out of the way.
Yep.
Now we get to see what happens with Taker, Cena, the Revival, the Bar, all these Rollins, Balor, all of these great talents. Now we get to see what's up.
I can't wait.
I really hope if like somehow they do like Balor, if they do Balor Rollins, I'd be really happy.
It'd be a good match. They'd
be terrific. I mean, and they would burn it down, pun intended. I'm killing it to them.
That's another one.
Killing it. But yeah, there's so much they can do, and I just hope they fucking do it right. And I think they will.
They're leading up to it. Everything I'm reading, everything you're reading, just watching it, you can tell that's the direction they're going.
They've got it. As long as they do something with Balor.
They have to do something with Balor.
If they don't, I'm going to be thoroughly
If
upset.
Balor's not at Mania,
I'm going to be upset.
I'm gonna make a Twitter account, and I'm gonna tweet him saying, "Go to New Japan, man."
Seriously,
Like,
go back here.
They don't know what they're doing with the talent that you have. Just go.
Agreed, 100%. But we find out tonight, so
Yes, we
I'm
do.
pumped. It's exciting. We have Fastlane in a couple weeks, but I don't think that's Fastlane. Always is it's a filler. No one ever loses their title, and everyone goes over, and they just want to get to Mania. That's all we're waiting for.
That's all it is. Yeah, it's
And then we get a whole month of Mania build, and that's my favorite time because every Raw is fucking awesome. Storylines get better and sweeter.
people show up.
People show up. That's it's exciting, man. So we'll see. It is that time. It's our Super Bowl.
Yep.
A month away to a month and a half.
It's always a different team in the Super Bowl with WrestleMania.
Yes, and it's
Well,
like,
I mean, you could say Brock is like the Patriots because he's just, unfortunate. But
so what, Roman's gonna be the Eagles. The Bills, no. That's,
I'm not gonna say
that's Titus.
I'm gonna
O'Neil.
say Roman is probably Pittsburgh because they're always right there.
Yeah.
Always right there. Sometimes they don't make it, but they're always right there. Like the Eagles, when 2007 is when they went,
and they didn't win.
and they didn't win. Like Roman is constantly right on the cusp.
Yeah.
So I would say he's a Pittsburgh, and then Brock is.
I guess my last point before we end, it drives me nuts how much hate Roman gets because of the fact that he always wins. I literally couldn't think of the last time he won other than the Intercontinental run he had.
Yeah.
He had that run, but that was because Miz was out, basically.
He was leaving.
And he put on fantastic matches. So everyone that hates on Roman like he's some god that never loses, completely false. He constantly gets pinned. So that whole bullshit that he never loses, complete lie.
Yeah.
He got pinned in SummerSlam. He took the pin, not the other ones. Braun got destroyed in Elimination Chamber. It took like every finisher, a quadruple power bomb, and 2 spears and like 5 Superman punches to beat him. I think Braun is Superman, not Roman.
I feel bad that I'm bringing this up right as we're ending the show, but a name that could show up tonight. He's been gone. Can you think of?
Bobby Lashley.
No.
I do
He's
think
part
he's
of the roster. He's just been gone because of injury. And
Big
not-
Cass.
No.
I fucking hate Big
Chris
Cass.
Benoit.
Oh.
Wow. Dark. No, Samoa Joe.
Ooh, I like that. I keep forgetting about him.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with Samoa Joe versus Balor because if you gave them 20 minutes, they'd tear the fucking house down.
He's been out for a while.
Oh, that's a good
right
one.
Right before Mania.
Very good one. Oh, I like that.
That's why I said I hate bringing this up right as we got to end. But
no, we got to bring this up next week for
Yeah.
sure. Who knows? Maybe he comes back tonight. You're right.
Yep.
All right, so I guess that's it. We filled your ears with
Filled
some
your
wrestling
can
talk.
full of sperm.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed.
Rub it on your beard and let it grow. All right, so we're gonna take off. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you enjoyed the Sticky and Steve Sports special.
It's a good one.
Producer,
Yes.
we're talking.
Yeah, it's not over.
Anyway,
We're sorry about that, guys.
Sorry.
Rookies.
Rookie night at the Apollo. But so we're very happy. We will be back next Monday, of
Yep.
course, all the way up to Mania.
Yep.
So come here, let us fill your ear pods
Your ear pods.
with our podcast.
Pun intended.
Pun intended. Welcome to the Pun Master. All right, so we are going to be signing off. We'll be back Friday, me and Neil, with the Swiss Army Nerd podcast. Fill your ear pods with
Neil and I.
Neil.
Grammar right.
Neil and I with his sperm beard. So
Hey.
y'all have a good one, and we
Cheers.
will catch y'all on the road. Yeah, cheers, buddies. Peace. Too sweet.